we want to be transparent. We want to set the golden standard for reliability, solidness in this space.
So do it. Would you be able to handle it if somebody asked you for $2.1 billion back? Would that be okay? Would you be able to still withstand things?
We're financially okay.
Including you have $2.1 billion to give away. If somebody came to claw that back, you'd still be fine?
We'll let the lawyers handle it. We are financially strong.
It looks like it's about time for someone to get those lawyers on the phone because things are about to get a little warm under Binance's collar. Turns out the world's largest crypto exchange by trading volume haphazardly kept collateral for some of the crypto assets it issues in the same wallet as funds belonging to its customers. In the exchange world, that's a big no-no. To understand things a little more clearly, here's a brief rundown on how much a no-no that truly is. Thanks for watching.
So let's hop on over here and just picture this for a moment, okay? Let's say you have a bucket right here, and this is customer money, okay? So that's customer money right here. And there's $100 of customer money right here. And now, let's say you print a BNB coin, okay? You print the BNB coin or whatever you print, and you print $100 of BNB coin, and you put, I don't know, 20 bucks in there of collateral, right? Well, obviously, if you've printed $100 of Binance token and you only have 20 actual US dollars in it, this is what's known as being under collateralized. You do not have enough money to actually provide $1 for every Binance token that you've created. Now, keep in mind, this is just an example, okay? I'm just making an example here. However, if you now just happen to put both of this money in the same bucket, okay? And you kind of just erase these other little buckets you have here, and you just happen to have customer money in the same bucket as where the Binance token is that you've created or the other tokens you've created, well, how much money do you have in this bucket now? Well, you actually have $100 of the Binance token, and how much collateral do you technically have for that Binance token? Well, technically, you have $100 of customer funds and the $20 of collateral you put in. So you now have $120, which actually means rather than being under collateralized, you are technically over collateralized. And you technically have $1 backing for every $1 you have issued for every single token.
He's out of line, but he's right.
So they are technically speaking correct in saying, yeah, assets are backed 1-to-1. But now the jig is up. Now, fortunately, the crypto market is rising because, in my opinion, otherwise this would lead to a bank run at Binance. Binance could be getting really lucky here in that they skirted by this market crash, but this is pretty shady because really what's being acknowledged by Binance admitted to this. They admitted to having customer funds in the same bucket as collateral for their tokens. This comes after all of the other crazy and shady things that have gone on with Binance.
So now that we know what Binance was up to behind the curtain, what happens now? How do you feel knowing that CZ treated himself with money that wasn't his? It grinds my gears. And I have a lot of them.
Yeah, since FTX collapsed, a legitimate fear, probably one of the biggest fears for crypto investors, that the money they're keeping with an exchange is being used for something they didn't intend for it. So today, Binance admitted this mistake where they mix collateral for their own tokens that they issue with customer funds. So effectively, they put collateral for tokens into a wallet meant for customer funds. And that doesn't mean necessarily they did anything specifically with customer funds they were not supposed to. Binance has repeatedly stated and continues to do so that they back customer funds one for one. But obviously, commingling of these two different kinds of sources of funds is not a good practice. And effectively, it enables the kind of thing that allowed FTX to allegedly spend billions of dollars in customer funds on things like political donations, Bahamas real estate, and risky crypto trades for their hedge fund Alameda Research.
You would think CZ would have seen this coming before drawing so much attention to FTX's shaky foundation. Maybe throwing stones from a big glass house wasn't the best strategy. Who knew?
So evidence of this was traced using blockchain data. Several analytics companies were on this, and it was first reported by Bloomberg. And Binance has since said that it's addressing the issue and that over the coming weeks and months, customers will see updated crypto wallet addresses for this collateral, meaning it will not be in the same crypto wallet as it keeps customer funds. But FTX has obviously sparked an increased scrutiny on how exchanges are keeping their funds. Binance has taken a lot of heat since then. It published a proof of reserves report, which was meant to show its asset balances to sort of shore up confidence to customers. But the report only showed its Bitcoin holdings. And that sort of just sparked widespread scrutiny because a lot of people were asking, why couldn't Binance show any of its other assets? And obviously this report fell short of, it felt very short of any kind of full audit. So, they're still sort of on the ropes in terms of offering the transparency that widely investors are seeking.